Hi, this is Nicole, Healthy Pet, and talking about um, summer safety and different options that you have to go outside with your dog. So, as the weather heats up, a general rule of thumb is if you put the back of your hand on the sidewalk and it burns your hand within like 5 seconds, you're like, ooh, too hot, then it's too hot to take your dog out on the sidewalk walk without some sort of protection. Protection can be in the way of little paws booties. These are nice and easy to take on and off because they're little rubber boots. Musher's Secret, which people are usually very familiar with for during the winter.
Yeah, I don't think everyone thinks about your dog's paw health during the spring and summer, but definitely keep an eye on if there are any cracks or injuries in their paws, and keep that in mind when you're walking them on the hot concrete. That stuff can be really helpful year-round.
Yep. And there's just another brand that we have, so if you don't like the texture of this one, there's another one from ProSense that you can also use on like the paws and the nose or the elbows of your dog. This one has coconut oil, so it does a little bit more than just the protection that Musher's Secret does, but it's probably not as thick as the Musher's Secret, so it will depend on how long of a walk you're going for and what your actual needs are as to which product you would best be suited for you. Okay.
So, do you have any tips? My dog hates walking in the grass. He's really prissy about it, so he always aims for sidewalks and the road. Should I just train, like, force him to walk in the grass, or how can I keep him off the cement?
I mean, what's your goal with keeping him off the cement?
Just his paw health in the heat. We go for pretty long walks, and there's not always a sidewalk.
Yeah, if you go for really long walks, you might be better suited as opposed to getting these types of boots. We can always order in more durable boots. So we carry Muttlucks during the winter, but they do make a summer series that's a little bit cooler, but with a thicker base where the paw pad walks like tennis shoes. So that might be a better option for that. If you're just outside walking in the grass and he's trying to veer off, that would be more of like a training thing, yeah. Which there's a harness.
Yes. Harnesses work well for
yes.
that.
So like there's the Freedom No Pull harness. You can also work with the Easy Walk harness or the Gentle Leader and keep him from zigzagging, because if you have a dog that doesn't like grass and he's constantly trying to dart to be like, where can I walk that's not on right here, this keeps them from zigzagging around the place. And walking with a harness is better than walking with the collar anyways. And even if your dog is perfect on a collar and leash, when you're walking, if your dog sees something that's really exciting, chances are they're going to at least try to dart towards it, and they can hurt their necks or pull on their necks or slip their collars even. So if collars are more meant for holding their identification, and then using a harness for actually doing the walks. We also have the Easy Step In harnesses. This isn't as good for control if your dog zigzags, but if you don't need the zigzag protection for dogs that are veering all over the place, these are nice easy harnesses that are easy step in.
My guy got really good at putting the harness on too. He like lifts one paw up and waits for me to clip it under.
Nice.
Yeah,
so there's different options there as far as what works best. The other thing for going for long walks is having water. So there's water bottles. This is the Gulpy, a tiny one. There's bigger ones. If you take your own water bottle, you can always get a silicone bowl that you can fill with water and then flatten back down. So it makes it for easy storage and easy travel. Put it on a little belt clip. Put it on your fanny pack, however you want to travel around with that. But water. It's not uncommon for dogs to get way too hot and for people to not necessarily realize it. Dogs can have heat stroke. Usually dogs, especially dogs that like to play fetch, are so excited to be out in the summer and playing fetch that you won't realize that your dog is getting too hot because your dog's like, yes, let's keep going. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. But you have to help them remember to stop. So they're like a toddler. Or like when you take little kids to the pool and their teeth are chattering and they're like, no, the water's fine. I'm totally good. And it's just like, nope, let's come on out and get you back to temperature that is healthy for you. So that's some little tip for bringing water and why it's important to do. When you are going for those walks, what do you use for poop cleanup?
Yeah, I use these bags.
Yeah.
The earth rated ones I like because they don't tear on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have one of those attached to his reeling collar, and yeah, that way when the neighbors are peering at me, they know.
That's right.
Got it.
There are fines if you get caught, and sometimes it's just like you said, you get like bad looks from people like, are you going to clean that up? And I'm like, of course. This is nice because the little pill shape velcros onto your leash or whatever you want to carry it on, and it has this little clip. For $1.99, this little clip will hold the dirty bag for you, so you don't have to like put it in your pocket or do something gross. That's nice. I like this. And they come in scented and unscented. And for yard cleanup, this is the little mini one. And if that is too small for your dog, we have other options. So the nice wood ones. Do you use any of these?
I have the larger version of this with the teeth that don't rip out my grass.
Yes. So this one does have the little teeth, and again for little dogs when you're getting super close to it. But our bigger ones are bigger teeth, but will still pick up whatever you need them to pick up. And like you were saying, it's not going to ruin your grass by chopping it off.
Yeah.
Other ones, this one has the plastic baggie around it, but this one is good if you're just cleaning up your yard and you have like a Home Depot bucket that you just scoop it up and pop it into. That one makes it nice and easy for composting, whatever it is that you use for that. That one's just quick and easy. Another type is the very heavy duty rake style. This one's really nice. I like these a lot. The handles are telescopic, so you can make it taller for taller people. And then the earth rated. Now theirs is pretty deluxe. So if you're going for a walk, it will clip open. You put it down on whatever you need to pick up, hit the button, and it pulls it up, and then you can walk along with it. Very nice aluminum style body. So different options for cleaning up those kind of things. And then the other thing to kind of go over is if you take your dog to a doggy park. Do you ever take your dog to a dog park?
Yeah, the younger one I do.
And what are some of the tips or tricks or things that you've noticed or?
Well, just keep a close eye on them. Like you mentioned about young kids, sometimes they play too hard and they don't realize when they might have injured their paws, or my dog got clipped in the ear. And I didn't notice until he was at home because he was just super excited running around.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually recommend keeping sort of dog first aid kit around with some antiseptic and stick tick and stuff for situations like that.
Yeah. So a little first aid kit in your car. Doesn't have to be anything crazy and huge. You know, saying like there's the antibacterial sprays, and we have different types of lotions. So whatever makes it easy for you. Other things that I like to do when I go to the dog park. You were saying like sometimes you don't notice something until you get home, but when you are getting them into the car, just do a quick snout to tail wellness check. You know, it takes 2 seconds, well, 30 seconds to just feel everything on your dog's body, check their paws, make sure that nothing's cracked or anything didn't get stuck in the paw pads to make things uncomfortable as you drive home. You know,
check for ticks too.
Yep, it's a time to check for ticks and fleas and any sort of damage. Usually when they're getting rough and in rough housing with the other dogs at the park, you know, ears can be nipped. So just checking for those things. And then...
Well, those are certainly handy for dogs you've never met yet.
Yes.
Or if you have an antsy dog you want to...
Yeah, so these are called bark notes. There's cute ones, do not feed. So if you've got a dog that has allergies, and you meet the neighbor or the UPS driver who wants to give your dog a treat and be like, no, 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 you do not need an allergic reaction going on. You can just always put on the do not feed. They do have the do not pet, so if you have a working dog or you're working with training and you want them to not get that distraction or interrupt what it is that you're working on, the do not pet. And we do have just the fun ones, Instagram dog or Insta dog. I don't know Instagram.
Oh, I'm sure we have famous dogs coming in all the time that need that.
Oh yeah. So just reminding people to use their Instagram. And then for people who do foster their dogs, there's the Adopt Me. So I know that sometimes different rescue groups will have like actual sweaters or shirts that they can put on the dogs, but as it gets super hot out, you don't want to really put on a non-breathable shirt. Even a cotton shirt on a black dog, it's just going to get so hot. So the Adopt Me is a nice way to let dogs know, or let other people know, that this particular dog is for adoption. So we really like the bark notes and the different options that they have. Yeah. Anything else you can think of for dog safety? Or
just pay close attention. Check out your dog's the length of their nails. When their nails get too long, can be uncomfortable when you take them on walks. So bring them in for a nail trim if need be.
Yep. Every 4 weeks is what's recommended.
And just
walking them on sidewalks during the summer can keep their nails a little bit shorter, just naturally. We find that if you do go for lots of walks, usually it's only either the front or the back that do get shorter, and the other side will still need to be trimmed. So that's something to keep in mind. If you look at the front paws and you're like, oh, that's short enough, but the back paws are still growing out, they just don't click down the right way on the sidewalk. So again, that every 4 weeks, just even checking to see if the front and back are even with their wear. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so nice and easy this time. Lots of options for cleaning up the yard, keeping the paws safe, keeping you safe for the walks as far as having a harness, the water.
Hydration.
Yes, hydration. And little notes to let people know what's going on with your dog and what's important. So, at Healthy Pet, your dog loves you, we love your dog. We hope to see you both in soon and find you the correct options.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.